reveal the man behind the scenes, Kerrod, who's just on screen.
Hey,
Oh, yeah.
Are you just going to chill here?
Yeah, no,
Oh,
I'll
dude.
just be chilling, brother.
Man.
Nice.
Oh, that was tight.
That was really good.
And also, we've got Blake Pavey over here.
Hey.
That is far more significant news.
What a fun...
And you just came back from the UK, right? Like 2 days ago. How long was it?
Oh, this would have probably been... It's been like over a week and a half.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, all right.
Dude,
I
but he
thought
came
you
back
just
from
got off the plane straight to here. Okay.
He's on tour. He's on tour in this fair, great wide land,
Yeah,
right?
I did, where have I been? I did like Frankston. That's close enough to London, I think.
Frankston?
Yeah.
Is that in Victoria?
Yeah.
How do you not know? Yeah, Frankston's
You know.
the shithole of Melbourne,
Yeah.
right?
How the fuck would I know that?
I guess I don't know what the Sydney equivalent is.
How the fuck would I know that?
I don't know if
Penrith?
we have one anymore
No.
because there's not... Trashy white people don't live in Sydney anymore. We
Yeah,
push them out to the Central Coast.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's
They're
where I
gone.
was last night. So
Huh?
there.
Yeah, that's where you were.
What was it?
But come on, how
That
much
is-
worse is Frankston than the Central Coast? Because
Oh.
Central Coast is paradise.
Oh, so much more. Yeah, so much more grim. Yeah, but everybody in the Central Coast, they were just like, that's what I've noticed about Aussies comparatively. They just blame whatever the shithole is on another suburb. It's never, you never live in the shithole. It's always
Yeah.
the place next to you that's the shithole.
What does Frankston say is the shithole then?
Frankston is an outlier.
That's the end. That's the end of the
They know.
line.
They
They've got
know.
nowhere to go.
Yeah.
Okay, see, that's Frankston, miss.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
I'm learning.
Yeah.
Frankston.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Blake Pavey's educating you hard already, and the country that you live in.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, like, one of the 100,000 towns
Shitholes.
in this fucking country. My bad.
Where's
My bad.
the worst place you've done a show, Blake?
The worst place.
Like in terms of a town, in terms of you rocked up at this town and you went, this place is a bomb.
Oh, Bundaberg needs a flood.
Bundaberg.
Yeah. Bundaberg is
I've
such
actually
a
never
hole.
been
Yeah,
there.
it is.
Have you been
Yeah.
there?
Yeah.
You've
Shout
been
out to all the people in Bundaberg that are watching the podcast, right?
Yeah, but they would say that as just being like, yeah, give us hell. They're another Frankston.
Yeah.
Right.
You can't
Yeah.
be proud of. You can't be proud of a place that's like just their whole identity is based off the fact that they make a mediocre rum.
Yes.
But I was gonna say, you know, if it did get flooded, where's all the rum coming
That's true.
from?
That is true. That's the thing about most
This is
regional
I'm
towns.
teaching
though.
you now.
That is the thing about the most regional towns that I tour in, though. Every regional town has one thing that they latch onto, and they try to make their entire identity.
Definitely.
Like Dubbo's thing, they have a zoo.
Yeah.
Like everybody's
Yeah.
like, "Fucking, got to stay at the zoo." I'm just like, yeah, and it's fine.
It's a fine zoo.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's a weird thing to.
It looks like the animals are having a good time, which ironically means that you don't have a good time. 'Cause
Yeah.
you're like, I think that's a giraffe back
Yeah.
there.
Yeah,
So the
yeah,
fact
yeah.
that they're not treated like absolute circus animals is like makes a mediocre zoo.
Yeah.
it is a weird thing to be like proud, just to be like, our town's got a zoo. It's like, that's not, anyone could do. I could do that.
Yeah.
All I have to do is have a net.
That's true.
How many animals constitutes a zoo?
I think there's like a little more to like owning a zoo than getting a net.
Oh yeah, you're right. The bars, you need prison bars too.
What would be? Well, surely it would just be like you need like.
I don't think you can butterfly catch with just a net.
A big
You're
net.
gonna catch a gorilla with
A big fucking net. A fucking big net. I mean, I don't think they don't use nets. All right, a trank gun too. Fuck it, chuck that in. Just a pew.
Yeah.
Yeah, now we're talking.
Yeah, now we're talking.
Yeah. Now you can run a zoo.
But the point is, fuck Dubbo.
Yeah.
Hey, fuck Dubbo. Fuck it.
Dubbo's rough. Yeah.
Fuck it. I'm glad Blake's calling it, finally. Someone says Dubbo sucks.
Yeah. I want to see that
We've really
headline.
broke new ground on the
Blake,
today.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
good. Daily Mail, you know, he
Headline.
says Dubbo sucks. I hope you're prepared for that.
Yeah. Oh, and I've already done this. So.
Okay, good.
Oh,
yeah, you've done it.
Fuck him. Yeah.
So you're on a big tour at the moment, Blake. You're on a six week leg of this tour.
Yeah, this is just the big chunk of the tour. I've already done the first half earlier on in the year, so this is the last stretch. Yeah.
Right.
But it's nice. It's
That's
good.
so
It's good fun.
exciting.
All right, come on. What's your favourite town then?
My favourite town?
And you can't choose capitals. That's a cheat.
Fuck.
Yeah.
No, how about both? Give him favorite regional and favorite
And favourite capital. But you got to... You got to pick a regional. You have to do that.
Yeah,
That's the primo.
Yeah, okay. Favorite regional would have to be. Oh, man, that's such a good
Isn't it
question.
amazing that you can just say to him, "What's the shitholes?" And he's just like, "Okay, here's the extensive catalog," and then you ask him for one good town, one.
Not a single one.
It'd be really fun if you were like Bundaberg.
When you say you can't use capitals, he's like, "Fuck."
There are some nice towns in WA, in Australia. I swear.
Newcastle doesn't count as regional, does it?
No, okay, yeah, no, all right, I'll give you Newcastle's your favourite.
They're just it's nice, it's beachy, it has a comedy scene, I guess, so they're not,
Right.
you don't have to explain what's happening at a show to them. Like Sam, my opener, has to get on every night and go, who's seen comedy before? And then it's maybe 3 people that go, woo. And then they go, and then the rest of them is just like 200, like 18-year-old women at the show. And that's it.
That's crazy.
Well, what was it in Newcastle then? Meth heads.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Essentially.
every time.
Yeah.
Trucker hats and meth heads. That was it.
Yeah.
And that's your favourite town?
Yep.
Insane, dude. I'd rather live in Dubbo. I hate Newcastle. Newcastle is my least favourite city in this country.
Really?
I fucking despise
What
Newcastle.
is it about Newcastle that you just cannot?
You know what?
stand?
I think it's all summed up in the story. I think you were there, miss.
What
Do you remember this? We were like, it was like Friday and everyone was like, yeah, party, you know, like one of those nights. And it was the main street. It's their CBD. It's their George Street. And there's a car going at like 120 kilometres down the main street. This is a 50-kilometre street. He's going at almost triple, and then he smashes into a pole, does the whole like an accordion thing. The whole front of his just like does that. Was this you or was this Ali?
I
can't remember.
I didn't see that.
Grant was there. He can vouch for it.
Yeah, it wasn't me. It
We
wasn't
ran
me.
up to him. It was some packy guy in there, and we were just like, "Excuse, like, are you all right?" And he's just like, he looked at us like, "Yeah." Like as if like it was just like, how dare you? Like, to us. He just crashed into it. Like he damaged city property. He'd fucked his car. Absolutely. Like it's a miracle he was alive. The windshield was cracked. Like it was like a full on collision. And then he just goes, yeah, I'm fine. And then while staring at us goes like, and then speeds off again, like at 120 kilometers an hour with his car just like rattling as it's going like that. And then while that's happening at the same time, I'm like, what a fuck city. And then at the same time, a tram is going past and there's like a long-haired dude swinging on either side of the tram rails, like going up and down, and he's got his pants down, like just like with his ass hanging out, being like, yeah, flipping around, and all of his friends are being like, yeah, go tram. And I was like, dude, that sums up Newcastle to me in a nutshell. It's just like a city of fucked cunts. You know?
Newcastle
Yeah,
is...
what's not to love? Like,
Okay, fair.
Newcastle is the only place I have had a bottle thrown at me from a car.
really?
What?
I was sitting down and someone threw a bottle at me from inside their car.
Holy
smashed.
shit. What's the worst thing that's happened to you in Newcastle, Blake?
Oh, I got called, all of our mates got called the F slur a lot when we went out.
Yeah, right.
So,
That's a fun slur.
yeah.
How did they
Yeah, but
justify
come on,
that?
again, like you're in Newcastle.
Yeah, that's true. But it was such a liberal use of that word, and my little Melbourne ears couldn't fathom it. Yeah.
Dude, it's one of those words that when you hear it, it stands out. Like, it stands out. It's very
Can I actually
impressive.
change my pick from Bundaberg? I've just remembered from that Tamworth. Tamworth is the biggest shithole
Really?
in the country.
More than Bundaberg.
I would probably say.
Fuck, he's coming in with all the controversial calls, isn't he?
Yeah.
I've never been to Tamworth, but I've got that festival, right? The country music festival
Yeah. That's their
thing.
Yeah.
I feel like that's fair
Yeah,
to
but
be
come on,
proud
it
of.
should just be called the Elvis Impersonator Festival. Like,
No, that's in Parks.
I'm
Oh,
well
there's
aware
also-
of that. I just think
There's
they should
also
have
one
two.
in
That's all.
one of those in Bendigo as well.
Oh, really?
They have like an Elvis week.
What?
It's really weird.
Where's the
Why,
town?
why does Elvis captivate people's minds? Like, what?
Well, I was going to say, what's the town that does the mullet competition? There's like a regional town.
That's everyone. Every town. There's just not a competition.
No, there's like a town that runs a mullet competition every year, and they
Really?
always host it.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like it's somewhere like Tamworth. I could be talking absolute shit right now, but I have a feeling there is a town that does something like that.
Yeah.
You know, we were in probably 2 years ago when I went to Tamworth the first time. We went to Macca's after the show, and then it's just like our little Mazda CX-5 pulls up, and there's just nothing but like just bull bars around us in this car park, and there's just a tradie eating his Macca's in the back of the tray, and then he dropped the N-word in conversation, And then we were like, that's really weird. We went in, we left, and I come back 2 years later, and then he sticks his hand up in the front row of my show, and he's like, mate, do you remember me? And I was like, and I did remember him. I was like, yeah, oh, you were with, it wasn't you, was it, who said it? He's like, yes, it was. So happy to admit it as well.
Where was that?
Tamworth.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I had a really romanticized... I tend to like romanticize things generally, and I had a very romanticized perspective of Australia. And like I was always like, oh man, fuck Sydney, I want to go where the culture is. And I've been lucky enough to travel with this young man a lot, you know, basically being the merch bitch on his tour.
Yeah.
And it's been a cold, hard reality check of like 90% of this country is fucked.
Yes,
It's just, and it's kind of charming and it's beautiful stuff, but it's just like, for some reason I thought Perth was like the Mecca. I thought it was like June, like the Mecca of the world. Not so much.
No, you like Perth, Miz.
Yeah, I like
The one
Perth.
you don't like is Freo.
No, I like both of them, but I thought it was going to be like, you know, I thought it was
think
gonna,
you like Freo.
No,
I disagree with your subjective assessment in your head.
Yes, yes. No, I thought it was kind of like, you know, like Paris, Berlin, New York, Perth.
Yeah.
What? How did you get that perception of Perth?
A weird upbringing, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I like Perth.
Perth's cool, though.
Yeah, Perth's nice. Yeah.
I had too high hopes, but it's fine.
Yeah.
I actually put it on a higher tier than all of those European cities.
Yeah, but you're insane.
I don't know.
Wow.
Maybe, but I could be.
You
but
like Lithgow.
Look, I feel like I'm on the stand and there's like a chief prosecutor.
Guilty as charged. Autistic as charged, Your Honor.
But come on, you know this, Miss. Like Berlin and Paris are all romanticized images, and then you go there.
That's true, yeah.
And
Paris is such a shithole.
Dude, I don't think I've
see,
heard...
come on, wouldn't you rather live in Dubbo?
Yeah.
Don't you think? It's like it's a
Really?
better place.
Yeah.
It's a better place.
Okay.
I've never heard anyone say anything good about Paris other than the Eiffel Tower is nice. That's it.
Yeah.
And
That's
it's not
basically
that
it.
nice.
It's just- yeah, but you also have to go 40 minutes in the opposite direction of the Eiffel Tower to get a good look of the Eiffel Tower. And to actually have a nice... Because if you just go to the Eiffel Tower, then you're like, oh, fuck, it's big. And then you go. And that's it.
Yeah, fully.
Yeah, we didn't like Paris at all. We just went... We didn't even go to the Louvre or anything like that. We just went to the movies. That's how much we hated France.
All right, I guess
Did
I'm
you at
wrong.
least see a French film, or did you go see Transformers?
We saw Long Legs and we asked if it was in English. And then my girlfriend was like, are you going to go ask? I was like, I'm not fucking asking. Like, you have to go up. And then she did. And then she goes, is Long Legs in English or is it dubbed in French? And then the guy was like, you do not speak French? And then she was like, no, we don't speak French, just English. And then the French are just like, I don't know, something about him. He just said it in the cuntiest way possible. He was like, not everybody's perfect.
Oh,
Yeah.
That
That's
sounds
a
like
very
such a
French attitude.
French
It's
interaction.
very French.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Insane. And I also, I also thought it was so funny that they hate tourists so much, but yet then the next 3 months of their existence relies upon nothing but tourism.
Yeah.
Really so
Yeah.
good.
The catch-22.
Yeah.
I do feel sorry for the French, though, because I do feel like that they are a much more sophisticated, rich culture than, like, say, Australia is, you know? And then they do have fuckheads going in there being like, oi, where's the English film?
That is what,
Dude, Aussies overseas.
And they have to depend on you, you know? Like, they've got nothing else anymore. They used to own, like, a quarter of the planet, and now it's just like, well, the Eiffel Tower is pretty big, hey? Like,
What a demise.
you don't really realise how shit the Australian accent is until you go to a foreign country.
Totally.
Like,
So
Because
true.
I thought the American accent was bad, and it is, but it's tolerable,
Yeah.
at least, I think. Compared to Aussies, I think we're on the same level as Americans. Like, we just sat at a nice little French cafe, or like French people just like politely sitting there eating. And then just like this dad, he would have been 45, balding, with his family, and then he ordered a beer. He was like, I'll just grab a beer, and then it comes out, it's like a French, like, grande size beer, and he's like, fucking hell.
You can spot Aussies from a mile away, bro.
Oh, yeah.
A mile.
Yeah.
I went
Don't
to
get beers like that in Tamworth, I'll tell you that much.
I had an experience. I was in Tokyo. I went to Tokyo with some mates. And
you've been to Japan too?
Yeah, I've been to Japan a couple of times.
I didn't know that.
And we were walking around. We're at this train station, and there was this guy that was like looking, like this Japanese guy was like looking at the train boards because we had no idea where we were going. So we like went up to this guy and like approached him and kind of tapped him on the shoulder, and we're like, "Excuse me, like you speak English? Like we're a bit lost." And he just turns to us and he's like, "Bro, I'm from Brisbane. I got no fucking idea where I am right now." And we just felt like the biggest assholes. Like, holy shit! It was such an awkward interaction.
Holy shit!
Yeah, it was fucked. Yeah, it was.
I was one of those bad tourists. I told Jordan this, but like we both went to Japan like, I don't know, a few months ago. Didn't see each other there, which is weird, but we went to Japan, and like my nickname became the clumsy white oaf. Oh, like foolish white oaf. Because I would, the drinks are like $1.50. I was just unintentionally bowling over geishas left, right, and center. It's like, I'm just like bad. I feel bad for them.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
You like, dude, I feel like I brought shame on this country as well going to Japan.
You were saving birds.
Like France and Japan are, that's the same word that I keep coming back to, sophisticated. Like we have no business being there. We are not, it's so obvious when you're there as well. Like it's not just you that's an oaf, like, especially because they're all like 150 centimeters tall. There's all these like ogres walking around.
I know.
You see where the inspiration of the movie Godzilla came from?
Just me. You got any Suntories for sale here, man?
Like your tour is called the Still Kicking Tour.
Yeah.
I know that you're pretty kind of like open about the whole sort of cystic fibrosis stuff.
Read about it. Yeah, I had a good read.
Is your show kind of based on that?
In entitling it, yes.
Yeah.
But then you watch the show and you're like, this had no relation to whatever.
So you
marketing
clickbaited.
gimmick,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my boy Blakey.
We were just like, we're like, what's going to look good on like a coastally, like what branding will look good on a tee that we've basically just ripped the branding from like, have you been to the Gage Roads Brewery in Fremantle?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I have.
Like brewery merch.
Yeah,
If
they
you
got all the hats and shit.
look
and
at my merch, you would just be like, I know where he got that from.
Yeah. Like the what's that material called?
Man, you didn't even spend money on changing the font. You just rewrite it in that. Is that what happened? Holy fuck, that's amazing. Dude, you guys are running the highest profit margin possible. That is incredible.
Sick.
Dude, Kings.
That's awesome.
Kings.
That's fucking
What's the
sick.
show about then? Is it, you got anything or is it just...
There are some stuff. This show's more about every year. I don't know. I've just mostly what I've done. Last year was my because I've only been doing stand up like 2.5, 3 years. Like the first.
And you're only, did you 22? How old are you?
Yeah, I'm 22. Yeah.
Dude, I'm so much older than you. You know what Pokemon cards are?
Yeah.
Okay, just checking.
Did you have Pokemon cards or is it you only know it from YouTube?
From Jake Paul.
He saw it on Jake Paul. He thinks it's a necklace. He thinks...
No, I wasn't a massive Pokemon kid. I was WWE kid. That was my
fuck
Yeah.
yeah.
that was my thing as a kid.
I just think
One or the other.
I'm such a boomer. I just think of you guys.
But with WWE, was there a point when you realised, like, hey, this might not be real? Like, did that happen? Or
Yeah, probably when I was about probably 22. And
last week.
yeah, just then. 10 seconds ago.
Disillusion.
No,
I'm sorry he was in a sad mood when he came in.
No, I think there's a point. It was like maybe when I was like 12. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Get it now.
Yeah.
But you kept going with it.
No, there was a period where you hit high school and you're like, no, this is fucking gay. And then you get to year 12, you graduate. And then I've had the resurgence in the last maybe 2 years.
Okay.
Dude,
What's the resurgence about? Sorry, go on.
I was going to say, I always underestimate how big the WWE is. Like,
Man,
it
it is
is
massive.
huge, bro.
Yeah.
It is massive.
Yeah. I just think about it like Alex Milenkovic really summarized it really well. He was like, because he toured with me in Dubbo and Tamworth the first leg of this tour.
Oh,
and
shit.
it was the same
Cool.
weekend of WrestleMania. So we just like had to indoctrinate him in, just all of the WWE lore over the last 4 years that we'd been watching. And then he was like, cunt, this is just drag for men. And that's what it is.
That's on point.
Yeah.
On
so
point.
true.
Yeah.
It's so true.
Yeah. But then, but yeah, my girlfriend will be like, "Why do you watch this?" And I'm just like, "It's like episodic weekly storytelling live, though.
Yeah.
It's objectively better than a scripted TV
Sure.
series."
Yeah,
It is entertaining.
Yeah, it's
like
nice.
it
It's
is
really good.
very, very entertaining. I will give them that.
Yeah, I'll pay that.
But yeah,
But your
like-
show. What's it about?
Oh yes, well the first show I did, like literally dying, it was about a lot of the CF stuff, but that was also me being very Melbourne Comedy Festival, just like, I have to make it mean something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then this year I was just like, no, I'll just try to make
Is
it.
that a Melbourne Comedy Festival thing?
I think it is a bit of a like.
You need like a narrative
I think
arc.
it is good to make your show about something, but I think it was maybe.
I get what you're saying though. It's like every show in the Melbourne Comedy Festival is kind of just like, this one's
We're
about
here
my
to laugh and think.
Yeah. It's like this
And the thinking part is always that, like, I'm not a racist. Every time.
That's why Jordan's never been to a Melbourne Comedy Festival.
or the classic, like, this one's about my dad. This one's about my mum.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
No, well, it's never about that, but it is about that. Don't you think? It's always, that's why you're there.
Yeah.
But this one's different.
This one's just, just what's sort of been happening in my life over the last sort of year.
Discovering
since the last
Pokemon.
tour. Discovering Pokemon. I'll put that in tonight.
That's
a new bit.
That's sick.
But yeah, this one's a lot about. This one's a lot more about just getting into a relationship, doing all that sort of stuff, and then some stuff from last year that I'd like to build upon. There is a lot of come to the show. I won't spoil it here, but like there is a lot of shit talking about the Irwin family that I get into.
Nice.
So that's going to look hard in the Sunshine Coast.
Nothing
in 2
controversial,
weeks.
I'm sure.
No, people get so weird about it. Yeah.
Dude, they're like our royals. They're like our royal family. What is
Yeah.
with that?
Did you not like him?
I don't know.
I mean, we know your opinions on him, Blake.
Terrible,
You've said
terrible
enough.
man.
Thank you.
Terrible man. Yeah.
How did it go down? You said so. You did the show in the central in Sunshine Coast.
Yeah. Oh, they hate it.
They hated it.
Yeah, they hate it.
They are like the Royals. You're right.
Yeah.
I like him, but you should be able to, like, people poke fun at the Royals. It's fine.
Yeah.
So we can poke fun at them.
Yeah, I think it's fine. Yeah, and I'm not saying anything objectively bad. I think my opinion is just, I think I really want to see what's behind the layer of niceness and positivity all the time, because it can't be as constant as they make it out to be.
No way.
Absolutely.
There's drug abuse there, let's be honest.
Oh, God, and I hope so. Like, I want to just see Robert on break. Like, at one point, I just want him to, like, I want
Schoolies.
CCTV footage of,
Schoolies.
like, the staff room at Australia Zoo.
I,
Like, he walks in, he's like, yeah, thanks, guys. And then you just see him walking, he's like, I fucking hate all these cunts. Like,
I want to see him at
I
schoolies
didn't
with,
choose this life.
It's so true.
dude, I want to see him at schoolies with Peter Dutton's son. That's what I want to see.
Yeah.
Those two.
Yeah. All of speaking of royals, Jesus. Fuck, how big was that bag?
But that's cool, man. What else do you cover? Like, what else? I'm not trying to, like, extrapolate your whole
don't
show
stress.
here,
I
obviously.
also cover, there's a good queef bit in there that I like doing.
Sick. I'm in, dude. I'm so
There's 10 minutes of me doing a Peppa Pig impression.
This is a mad
This is
show.
a great show.
I want to.
Yeah, I'm a big fan.
When are you performing in Sydney?
I'm doing 2 shows tonight at the Factory Theatre. Boys, come along if you wanna. I'm sure I can let you in.
I really want
He'd
to.
love to, but he's really got prior engagements to
Yeah.
visit. He has homework for the podcast. He has to write down a diary of Sexpo.
I'm going to Sexpo tonight. I don't.
Tonight.
Yeah, Sexpo's on in Sydney this
Fuck my
weekend.
show.
No, I don't want to go.
I bet you there's
No,
less
I mean
sexual
me, fuck my
references
show.
at
I will go to
Sexpo.
Sexpo.
I know what you're saying, but I would much rather go to your show. I just literally
No, I feel like Sexpo would be so much more interesting.
Okay, what is your take on Sexpo? Because for me, it sounds fucking filthy. And why does it exist?
No, you wouldn't go to Sexpo for the sex stuff. You would go for all the dudes standing there just.
I don't want to see him though.
No,
That's
so
worse
funny.
though. Surely it's worse.
Okay, you're a comedian. You want to go. You're a comedian. I'm not a comedian. I'm a civo. So I'm just there, just
A
being like,
serious man.
I'm a civilian. So I'm just like sitting there. I'm just gonna be freaked out.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe that's my issue. Yeah.
No, it's
No,
I don't know.
I would just see so many neckbeards and get giddy with excitement.
Oh, I'm just gonna. I've done Dry July, and I might have to break it tonight.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Well,
what if I touch
boy remains
shoulders with
stand
one
though,
of them?
miss. Who? The neckbeards?
Yeah.
Dude, you've been to Limp Bizkit concerts before. You'll live. Like,
What's the crossover?
He's right.
yeah, no, don't you reckon? 100%? Is that what's going to be there? I bet your Fred Durst will be there, just being like, sick, Phoenix Marie, you know?
Dude,
Holy
I'm
shit.
I'm so keen to see what you think of Sexpo. I cannot wait to hear it.
It's weird, but I'm not excited. But anyway.
What's the Zoomer version of Limp Bizkit? Like, what's the joke band that everybody likes now?
Fuck, that's such
Surely
a
it's got to be like Nickelback. Is Nickelback up there?
Yeah, but
No
that's
way is that a Zoomer thing. There's
Nah,
no,
that's like-
it's
That's
on
still
Triple M
millennial.
for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Like,
That's true. That's
I
true.
guess it'd be
Can I be a stickler and say, closer to the mic, sir?
closer to the
Yeah,
mic.
yeah. You can move the fucking arm.
Oh, sweet. Hell yeah. We don't have this good of a setup on BLT.
Oh, really?
No, it's just like,
Holding
if it
it.
works, it's a great pod.
Yeah.
that's this one too.
I mean, this one's don't be fooled. Like
Great.
yeah.
No, what? Oh, maybe like it'd be one of those Triple J bands. I don't know which one. You can just pick any of them. Just like, hey, man, like the lead singer just of any Triple J band that's currently playing.
Can
Just
you
like,
Man,
name
that
one?
is Triple J for your generation. It's
Yeah.
true tragedy.
yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah, it's not even the bands. It's just like Triple J presenters. Just like, what's up, guys? Just Scythen here. Just like, yeah, I'm doing a comedy set at a festival at the end of the year, and one of the bands is called Teen Jesus and the.
Oh,
Gene
I've heard
Teasers.
of that, dude. Apparently they're pretty good.
Yeah, and I hope
They
hope-
are.
with a name like
I'm
that.
sure they are, but that name is a parody of itself. It's like that is a parody of Triple J. They've just you might as well call it like Coke bottle and the soda water exploders. Like it's just like what?
Yeah,
what?
once you
They're all called that now, hey?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think King Gizzard and the Wizard Lizard.
They
did
started
it, first,
it,
and
yeah.
everybody was like, "Oh, good format."
So that's the key to success.
Yes.
Have a dumb name.
It could be convoluted and hard to Google. Yeah. Yeah.
But musos get really into the just like nuts because if they're harder to find, that means they can latch onto that indie shit more.
I do that. I'm a
Yeah.
muso dick.
Hell yeah!
So I get it.
But maybe Spacey Jane is the one that I hear most people my age because they're just like the formula of just like Triple J, rinse and repeat,
Yeah.
indie coastal pop music on Spotify, and then everybody's just like, you're just a Spacey Jane rip-off, I guess. But nothing like the Nickelback hate. Everybody's just like, fuck Nickelback. But, people try to copy Spacey Jane, I think. I don't know.
Yeah. It's a weird thing.
So there's no band that everyone hates.
Not really, no. That's the
That's
thing, because
weird.
it's all so...
It's fragmented
There's just
now.
so
Yeah,
much now
absolutely.
that
Yeah.
there's there will never be another
No
collective
central
hatred.
focus
No.
of the Eye of Sauron.
Like I like Hosier. Who the fuck likes Hosier?
Don't even know who
and who the
I-
fuck is Hosier?
I like
Exactly.
Hosier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
The
Wait,
youngsters.
would
You
you-
know
know.
Hosier, man?
yeah, bro.
Sure.
Fuck
Fuck
yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so you're a fan.
Yeah, hell yeah.
We are.
Okay.
We don't know who
don't know
they
who the
are.
fuck Hosier
Neither
is.
of us. So
No.
where there's the
It's
generation.
just, as soon as you say that, I'm thinking of a garden hose at Bunnings. That's it.
There is
Well,
such a divide.
He would be the musical equivalent of a garden hose at Bunnings, I think.
Hosier.
Yeah.
Really?
Do you want me to show you a
Dude.
photo?
yeah, play it.
He's
play
like,
it on the thing.
yeah, a little like, he's the garden section of Bunnings, I would say.
Sick. Okay. Blake, would you consider yourself a music dick like Mislav or no?
No, absolutely not. No. That's Hosier.
Can I see?
Dude, you know
Can
what
I
he
see?
is? He is an illegitimate child of Nick Cave. He's for sure.
Very
like,
true.
Isn't he? Like, for
Such
sure
a-
he's related to
Dude,
him.
that is such a punchable face, isn't it?
Wow.
So sexy, man.
Wow.
Oh, sorry.
To him like that.
sorry. I'm sure he's a nice guy, but he looks like he'd get angry if you ordered a coffee with normal milk.
Yeah. That is true.
It's like, whatever, dude.
Yeah,
Do you mind if I chuck your phone?
Go for it. Yeah, my music taste is just what my dad grew up listening to and forced upon me.
Yeah.
And
okay.
then
What's your dad then? Gen X?
he was born 1970. What would that make him? Gen?
Have to be Gen X.
Yeah.
I don't know. No, I think.
No, yeah, 1980s millennials. So yeah, Gen X.
Okay.
So what is
Smack
it? Just
bang in
like
the middle.
Australian crawl?
Yeah, my
and,
dad's
like,
the kind of guy that if he gets drunk, he'll just like be sitting out. He'll get really drunk and then he'll just be like, mate, just fucking just. I just wish I could just pull out a guitar and just fucking
Sounds
strum
like
away.
your dad.
I know the pain.
It's his
I know
dad.
the pain.
His dad is an Aussie tradie that played guitar all through high school, just laying on the couch,
Yeah.
watching.
See, that's
Never
my dad.
learned it either.
Oh.
Just strummed.
No, come on. He's all right in the
Getting
band.
progressively drunker through the night as it got sloppier and sloppier. It was so bad.
He's all right. He's not that bad. I've
He
heard him.
is. He sucks.
He's got some open chords. You can play the banjo, right?
Ooh.
Dude, you're just a fucking music teacher sitting there being like, yeah, that's okay, Cherry. You just keep at it.
Just go through smoke in the water one more time, brother.
Remember, use your pinky for the B minor.
Would you prefer to be a stand-up comedian than a musician then? Or like if you had a choice, if you at birth they were like you can be a stand-up comic or you could be a musician, which one are you choosing?
I don't know. I think in theory it would be really cool to be able to be really talented musically, but then I see what musicians have to do.
Don't do it.
It's just so much work. I see them getting to the airport. Like I've seen musicians rock up and it's so much equipment.
Yeah,
I just like
yeah.
rocking up with a backpack and then just like getting on the flight.
It's so
Yeah,
sick.
really annoying.
No, but what if you're one of those musicians that doesn't even have to bring anything? And you have a private jumbo jet that you move like Prince, and then you just ring up and you're like, I need a baboon for tomorrow, and then you just hang up.
Wait, are you saying?
I want to play pool with Jimmy Fallon. Just like,
Jordan, are you saying it would be easy to be in the Rolling Stones? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying. No?
I mean, I agree with you. Yes.
Yeah, that's what. Okay, but that's what we're talking about, right? Aren't we talking about the peak echelon? You can't just say like comedian or musician because, like, dude, that is not comparable. You'd obviously want to be the comedian. It's not a choice then.
Yeah.
but okay, if we're talking like upper echelon, just like the best. Yeah, but also I saw Taylor Swift. She was on stage for 3.5 hours and had to do costume changes and shit.
Yeah.
I would like to just rock up, do the set, go home.
I reckon a
then-
comedian is
Yeah.
a sick job. I'm not a comedian, but it's fucking rad.
It's fun.
It-
Yeah,
it
it's
looks
good
sick.
Fun. Yeah. Yeah.
You picked right, both of you.
Thank you.
Yous picked good. And I'm
Well,
a,
I didn't have
and
a
I'm
choice.
a
I
musician.
can't play guitar or do anything.
Well, I'm a
else.
musician, so I'm doing the thing of like,
Yeah.
please, can you pay me like $100? Like, no, beer. I'm
Yeah.
like, all right.
Tyler, who's the third guy on our podcast, he's a musician as well, and just the shit he has to do just to book a gig is insane.
It's
Wild.
such a shit life.
So what were you doing at Taylor Swift? Was that your girlfriend dragged you along, or did you were like actually keen?
I bought tickets for my sister and my niece. And,
Sure, you did.
and thought I would do this.
No shame, mate.
I thought I would just do the. And also, I did want to see Sabrina Carpenter open up.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah, that's fair enough.
Again,
Who's that
don't-
again?
Don't know who
That's,
that
Is
is.
that the square chin one?
That's
You know what I'm talking about, right? It's just like the hottest woman in the world, but for some reason she has Superman's chin. And you just sit there just looking at it, and it's just like, and it's bum shaped as well. It looks like a little ass on her face. You know?
I don't know who this is.
Neither do I. Neither do I.
You don't know Sabrina Carpenter? She's like the espresso girl. You know
The drink?
No,
Espresso?
The song, think about me, telling my own.
I've dropped off,
It's
dude.
the soundtrack of every Uber you'll take in the next 20 minutes.
Right.
Yeah,
I've checked out of mainstream life, dude.
Yeah.
At 34, I'm 34. At 34, you're like,
You're
get out of
34.
Yeah.
You don't look 34.
Thanks. But you go at 34, you go, get out of my way. I'm doing something.
Yeah,
that's what
that's
you do. And then when someone goes, hey, you should check this out, you go, fuck off.
Yeah.
It was better when I was 22. You know, that's
Yeah.
what
I
happens.
assume as much.
Yeah. And then it's like, I still will dabble in new music, but most of the time I'm like, it's no second Tame Impala record.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But do you listen to anything other than Tame Impala and Queens of the Stone Age?
I'm stuck in 2012. Yeah, I listen to Mac DeMarco.
Oh yeah, true.
I'm just stuck in 2012. I'm frozen 10 years ago.
Yeah, right. Well, that's a good era to probably stop in. It was a good year.
That's just like what happens, I think. You just get like, you like what you like, and you get to a point you're like, I don't care about Spacey Jane or Espresso, whatever you just said.
Was the gig good then? Like, did you actually have a good time?
Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
It was a really good gig. It was just production value wise, and
Dude,
then
I can imagine.
yeah, by far the most annoying crowd I've ever been in though. Like
They-
by
Now
far.
tell me more about that.
Hey, I tell you what, she is talented. She's fucking talented,
She's
right?
talented, and also actually easiest piss I've ever taken at the
dude, there would've
MCG with 100,000.
Hell
No blokes,
yeah.
no
no
dudes there.
line.
It was so good, man. It was great.
I'd definitely go if I had a free ticket. But like,
Yeah.
they sent me to Harry Styles for the pod, and like, I enjoyed it.
That would have been good, yeah.
It's fucking weird though.
We
Like,
got the venue in London gave us free tickets to Doja Cat. That was pretty good.
Wow.
That was a good.
Yeah,
thing.
she'd do a show.
Yeah, she did a show.
like a show's a show. You're gonna get, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like, would you guys? Do you guys agree? Would you go to like any show?
No.
There's some.
I hated going to the band that I liked as a kid.
What, the
I
Wiggles?
hated that.
The
No,
Wiggles?
like I think that's the only concert I've ever been
What
to
was
was
it?
Limp Bizkit with you.
Oh, you didn't enjoy it?
No, because I just
Why?
walked in there and I was just like, what the fuck? I'm just like, I'm like everyone. It's again like everything I hate about Newcastle condensed into one room. It was horrible.
What the fuck did you expect? Like scholars and like academics?
Well, it's just
being
like,
there?
dude, I'm used to like walking around. Like, I just don't ever leave this house unless I'm doing a show, right? So like, it's that kind of neckbeard that's like intelligible. But then that guy just comes up to me every time. He's like, "Yeah, guy that got firebombed, hey?" And I was just like, "Yeah," and then just like, "That was heaps funny." It's like, thanks. Thanks. That's what I was going for there. Yeah. And then then they try and take our fucking cab. Like that same guy that was just like, it's firebomb. And then walked into our cab and was just like, while we're in the back, pays the guy at the front. It's just like, here's your 50. Take it where I want to go.
This guy was trying to bribe our cabbie and I had to negotiate. I was like, no, we're going to take this one. He's like, how about 80? I'm like, this isn't like porn stars. Get the fuck out.
So I think that's it. Like when I go to musical venues, I don't know if you get this. It's just like, it's too much of a mass of humanity where I realize like, they're fucking all eating McDonald's and they're all consuming oxygen. And
hate it when they do that. Hate it when.
A very positive outlook on life. Very positive. A pro-human approach. Elon Musk style, you know?
Yeah.
But what's your favorite one that you went to then? Like, what's your favorite event? It doesn't have to be musical.
Christmas.
My favorite show I've ever been to.
My own. No.
You can say that.
I went to the. No, I do have bias, but I went to the AFL Grand Final last year
In Melbourne?
in Melbourne.
Was that with
yeah.
the Cats?
No, that was with Collingwood, and we won, so that was why it was my favourite. Yeah.
I went to the
jumper.
one with the Cats the year before, and then they
Yeah.
pummeled the Swannies. That was
Yeah.
not good.
Do you follow AFL?
Like loosely, yeah. I've been getting more into it.
Hell yeah.
Are you from Melbourne?
Not originally. I'm from regional New South Wales originally, but more on the
Really?
border of New South Wales and Victoria.
Like Albury or some shit?
Like 40 minutes from Albury, Corowa.
When did you leave?
2021. Yeah, I got
Like a few years ago.
Yeah, like right after high school. Like I graduated and then got a job at the ABC in Adelaide for like a month and then
No
decided
way,
not to
dude.
do that.
What the fuck were you doing at the ABC? Were you on air or something?
Do you know the show BTN?
Behind-
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's like the What's Up Guys?
No.
No way, bro. I did not know that.
That's
Holy
amazing.
shit.
How?
They
I just love that show.
I just got
Holy
the dude-
shit.
I just like graduated and then like 2 months later the dude like the producer was just like, hey man, do you want to come like see if you like working here for like a month? So then yeah, for that whole month I just had to be like, hey you guys. And I don't think any of it's online, none of the presenting stuff, but there is like sketches of me like in a shitty little like made spaceship and I'm just like, Elon wants to take us to Mars.
Dude, there's your comedy show right there.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
But then I left because
Incredible.
I didn't want to write news stories for children. And also it was at the time just on TikTok
why not?
when I was doing a lot of it was the time I would just make sketches
Acid.
about whatever was happening in the news that day. So it was like peak ScoMo. It was right when like all the stuff about Jenny like doing everything for him came out, and then I made a sketch about that on TikTok, and it was one of my most viewed videos I'd ever gotten in a day. It got like 1.5 million for like a niche, like a Australian TikTok in a day, and then I got called in. They were like, "Hey man, you cannot post this type of shit on the internet because Scott Morrison is technically your employer." And I was
Hectic.
like, no, and then I just
So you bailed.
Good boy.
yeah.
That's what I like to hear. That's awesome. I also do like to hear that you're on BTN as well, so I'm conflicted about that.
I feel like you two.
It's a very funny job.
I feel like you two had some sort of parallel lives in that, like Jordan. You know, growing up, you were like as YouTubers taking off, we all had dreams of like, oh, maybe I'll work for the ABC, maybe I can get a job in like some sort of media job. It's just that I think that we just got rejected. Is that right? Did you ever get a job at the ABC or anything like that? You tried?
Not a job. I was interning there.
Oh, you interned?
But I was just, that's when I started my lifelong smoking habit because I was just like, I needed some reason to get up in the morning.
You were both
fucked.
there.
I hated it.
You were both at the ABC. It's kind of funny.
It's a dream crushing factory. It's the most depressing place I've ever been.
But it's cool that you guys.
Which ABC was it? The one in Sydney?
Yeah, the Ultimo one.
Yeah. See, that one's like the one in Adelaide. So grim.
Why?
Yeah.
It's just like off a highway and there's
Adelaide.
a subway next to it, and that was every day. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember this.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
I don't get why they just rang you up and was just like, you, some random cunt from a town I don't know about. You're coming to the big smoke.
You're coming to the big smoke.
Adelaide. Yeah, why? Why did they do that?
They do
Not
that.
good enough for Adelaide.
Is there like
it's the big Schmidt.
Is there like a quota for ABC to like hire people from like regional towns? I swear, like everyone at the ABC is like, I'm from Canamble. I'm from.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. But I guess that's why they do have like ABC Dubbo.
Yeah.
Like you go past and then sometimes you have to do like, I don't know, you're doing like Triple M Bunbury or something like that.
Dude,
surely that's where the regional quota comes in.
I just realized I'm in a podcast full of very ambitious, disciplined people. Like 22, moved, got a job at the ABC, try to do the same thing at the same age. You're fucking, how old are you? You're fucking 20-something. Same shit, working in like, and I'm just here being like, sat on my mum's couch till like 24 and went to London.
Yeah, now I'm going to Sexpo.
Do you know what I was doing at 22, bro? At 22, 18, 19, 22, I was in my 4th year of uni and a degree I did not want to do, failing Italian, which I failed.
Italian?
I did Italian because I thought I could do it. I just failed it. And then, man, I was like a child. You should pat yourself in the back right now.
Oh, thanks.
All of you.
Oh, we'll do it.
Yeah, you too.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, no, you guys have done well. It's honestly, it's like, it's cool that you just, I just did not have that. I was like, I'm watching Dr. Phil for 4 years. That's what I'm fucking doing.
That's what I like. That's honestly why you have a job now, is because he knows all of these niche references of the Australian television programming in the middle of the day and late at night. You know what's amazing? You won't get this, but this is, and neither will you, but this is amazing. This man has an encyclopedic knowledge of the AFL footy show, right? Now, see, exactly, to both of you guys is just like, yeah, well, everybody knows what Miko's thoughts are on the West Coast Eagles. But, like, dude, in New South Wales, that is truly fucked to know that. You have to be up, like, on a school day. Like, dude, he used to be late to school. He used to be late to school, and I never knew why. And it was because he was watching the AFL footy show that was on, like, 2 a.m., dude. It's on like 2 a.m. in the morning. And he doesn't even like follow AFL. Like, you know what I mean?
I've gotten into
the fact
it.
that you were just 10 minutes ago, like, I'm kind of getting into it now.
Yeah. And it took like 10 years of priming.
It's just, I'm very honoured to be on this podcast, guys. I'm very honoured. Like, it's nice to be here with some good, ambitious men with dreams and hopes and discipline. And, you know,
that is a big leap to make from doing stuff at the ABC to just being like, fuck that. I got one TikTok that got really, really good views to then now touring around the country and doing shows in the UK, man. Like, that's fucking insane, bro.
Oh, thank you.
That is crazy.
Oh, I just had a string of luck and I met some good people, I think, and then
it's not luck. You're good. Like, you're a funny boy. I can already tell.
I'm the man.
You are.
I'm the man.
But you know what I will say, honestly? You know what I will say? I think, I'm not a comedian, but like, I feel like, and we talk about this shit all the time.
Yeah.
And I'm curious about your take on it, but I feel like fear essentially is the death of comedy. And if you're self-conscious and fearful and like, oh, I don't want to, you know, you're just playing the game or trying to like impress people, that the right people, is death for being funny. And I can tell instantly that you're not that kind of person. Like, instantly I can tell. So it's like, basically you're going to be a millionaire is what I'm saying.
Much.
Yeah.
Well, I hope so.
Don't change.
Hang on, is he right? Is his call right though? Are you scared on stage? Are you a little bitch, Blake?
It's not about. It's not about being. No, it's not about. You can be scared on stage. I mean, No, wait, no, you can't. You know, I guess you can.
No, but it is weird because you can see a massive. I think because I was already posting shit online, I'd already had a following before I even did my first ever stand up set. I'm so dumb, man. I did my first ever stand up set at the Rhino Room in Adelaide, and it was like I did like 10 minutes, and I just posted the entire set on my Instagram, and I was just like, and I just kept it up there for like 6 months.
That's all right.
The dumbest move I've ever made in my life.
Just why?
Because that's his set.
That's
all he's got.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's not like music. Like once you hear it, that's it.
Yeah. Right.
But
That was your special. That was your special. Netflix.
Hey, did it go hard on Instagram or nah?
People were just like, "Fucking good job, mate." Like, I think my auntie probably commented on
That's
it.
Yeah. Wait, dude. Yeah, just like, good job, mate.
Yep.
P.S. It's that guy from Tamworth again.
Very good. You want me to say it here?
Because I'll do it for like fucking like PC culture has gone too far. No, that's cool though.
Yeah.
I feel like you're so young too that it's like, man, like, fuck, dude, you got like, you're in a cool position. Because like I said, I was watching daytime TV at your age. So like, it's cool that you're like not doing that.
Yeah, right. No, I think you can see a very, I think this year's been a lot different to even last year on tour. I think there's a massive difference in, I don't know if I just see it because I'm doing it every night, but yeah, like 2023, Blake Pavey on stage is very, very different to this year.
Right.
I just did like, I've done now like, I don't know, like 200 like
Seriously?
serious like
You've done
just
200 shows, you reckon?
well, just like over the last 3 years of just like doing like
That's impressive.
well, my first year of comedy was just opening for Luke Kidgel, like the entire year. So my first year of comedy, I kind of didn't do open mics. It was just like, all right, I got to try new shit in Wagga for 15 minutes.
Yeah,
Hectic.
And then
But the fact that
That's
Luke
way
got you
better
on,
than open mics.
the fact
Yeah.
that Luke took you on speaks volumes.
How did
as
that
well,
come
right?
about? Did you know Luke previously, or you just kind of?
I went on Luke and Lewis when I was in high school, and then nearly got suspended from school because of the appearance on the episode.
Why?
Well, I wagged school, did the pod in my school uniform.
Hell yeah!
And it just said,
Holy shit.
and it
Holy
just said
shit.
Blake Pavey, school captain, year 12. And then there was like...
You a school captain?
Yeah, I was school captain. And but also,
hold the phone.
You have responsibility.
But also voted among teachers at my high school the worst school captain in the school system.
Yeah,
as well.
okay.
That's a vote?
Not a vote, but just general from what I've heard from... Because small town, Coroway, you see your teachers at the RSL.
Yes.
So they're
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like, mate. And you see them 3 years later and they're like, fuck, you were fucking... And I've just got like my English teacher just like slurring words at me. I'm just like, you taught me. Like, but yeah, and then we did like 30 minutes on that pod just like talking about how fun it is just making fun of year 7s and how it's a rite of passage to get bullied by the year 12s when you enter year 7. And
Okay, so it wasn't an unwarranted suspension.
oh no, it was my fault. 100%.
Happy to admit it. Happy to admit it.
Yeah.
He was spitting facts.
You know what's amazing as well? The fact that they're just like, that's almost enough for you to be suspended.
Yeah. That's mad, though. That is hilarious. Fucking hell, he did that.
And you said that like 2023 Blake Pavey is different to 2024 Blake Pavey. Do you feel like you're more mature on stage? You feel more comfortable? Like what?
You're probably just more comfortable.
Yeah,
I think
yeah, right.
More now, and obviously, like I've had an extra year of knowing what my audience would prefer me to lean into comedically on stage. I guess they like a lot of just like me going into characters, like in the middle of making a joke. You know,
Yeah,
instead of
sick.
doing voices and shit like that. Instead, of just like joke punchline.
Good on you, Blake. Repping the dumb voices comedians of the world. I hate it when people say like it's just like it's a low art. It's like a low, cheap shot to do that or something like that. There's so many people that are always just like, you're doing silly voices. And it's like, yeah, but that's because you can't, cunt.
Yeah.
Don't you reckon you just shit at it?
Yeah.
And you're just jealous.
Funny's funny.
It's a good,
Can't do
it's a good
Peppa
thing.
Pig, you will never be able to do it. Don't fuck with me.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
fuck with my
Trademark.
pep.
Yeah, that, I would love to. Yeah. Yeah, no, anyone that says that sucks. It's like, I feel like there's no rules with it, too. It's like, dude, if it's funny, it's funny. Like, dropping your pants is funny. It's like, oh, that's very silly. It's like, that's the point.
So what?
Yeah, yeah,
That's the
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
You know?
That's the one thing on stage. Like people are like, you do the like get talking about shithole towns, and you know you get to Newcastle, and you're like, oh, Central Coast is a shithole, and then they laugh. I don't think that's a cheap laugh. I think that's a laugh.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I totally agree.
But also, Newcastle have to know that I'm going to Wollongong the next night, being like, fuck, Newcastle.
Yeah.
Hey.
Surely that'd be
Yeah,
so.
people also just like the personal sort of relation to something. So it's literally the thing of like, it's like, you know, Grogan Street sucks. Like, I've been there. It's like just the human reptilian reaction.
Well, it's also a lot of like, you're in Springfield and you're saying fuck Shelbyville.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah,
That's
totally.
what's happening there. Like it's footy team stuff.
Yeah,
you know?
it's like human nature, and like anyone, I agree. If anyone that says like, oh, that's like not a funny joke, it's just like I will bet they're not a funny comedian. I bet.
This isn't comedy.
Yeah, it's almost full circle for me. I kind of almost like going to see comedy like. I'm not going to say any like festival in particular, but like particular shows that are like so bad that it goes full circle, it becomes good again. Like you're laughing at how bad it is.
Yeah.
Like we've done that a few times where it's just like, holy shit, what the fuck is this? Is this a fucking TED talk about like taxes or a fucking, I don't know. It's strange. It's strange.
Well, I always think that kind of person is always. It's not a comedy show. It should be entitled "Here's My Audition for the Project." Don't you think? I reckon.
Would you go on the project?
Have
if
you
the
made an
offer
appearance?
called?
Yeah.
I've never made an appearance on the
No,
show.
but would you be a host?
Oh, wow.
Oh no, not a host.
No,
No
okay.
way.
That was just
No.
Listen to that, Channel
Unless
10
I can
executives.
unless my one thing would be I need to do Hughesy's bit of the project, but I can only do it in Hughesy's voice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bring it back.
Sick.
Bring it back to the OGs.
Do you have a good
That's
Hughesy
the best
voice?
of
Can you
both
just do a bit
worlds.
of your Hughesy
What's that,
voice?
sorry?
Do you have a good Hughesy voice?
I can rip out a Hughesy. I reckon I've got a good Hughesy.
Yeah,
It
right.
would be cool to just like go on the project and then that I've auditioned and I've got on and they just think I'm me. And then they're like, all right, and now we cut to bloody. Like, so fucking Peter Dutton said this. Right, screw you.
Incredible. And they've signed the contract. They just have to deal with it for a year.
Holy shit. The last day of 365 days, like, I've come down to 2 hours till he's out of here. Like, it's been really fun.
It's been a real
Yeah.
year.
It's been really fun, guys.
Worked on.
As you can tell, I've had a long, distinguished career. I'm in my 50s.
Also, just before I go, I've always wanted to say this. Peter Hellier, fuck you.
Definitely Hughesy that said that. Remember that guy?
He said it. He's fat, I said it. Yeah.
That is like an amazing. God, I hope that you're in a negotiation deal one day with Channel 10 for that. I hope that happens.
I would
Might be the
love
thing that saves its ratings.
Yeah.
God, I would.
so good.
You know what the insane thing is, though? If that happened, it would be the #1 show on TV because it's just like it's creative automatically. It's like different. It's bizarre.
It's like, look,
like
Hughesy is like a genius, and I love him, and he's hilarious and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
But someone just sitting there impersonating him
funnier.
and pretending
It's
to be
fun.
it's art at that point. It's art.
It's art.
Yeah.
It's not comedy. It's fucking
Well,
art.
on BLT, we have a segment that I've started over the last couple of weeks, and it's just Hughesy auditioning for different movies. And it's just,
Sick.
And it's just that.
That's
it's just
mad.
I'll just be like, oh, boys, I've got a bit of entertainment scoop for you today. Apparently, Hughesy's just auditioned for the new Minions movie that's coming out. And then they're like, oh, sick, man. How's that go? And then I'll just like play a little audio snippet of me just going, oh, fucking Bubba guys. Banana. Oh, good on Drew. Oh, we're going to steal the moon. Fuck.
Very good.
Can I get one of those right now if I throw you a movie?
Yeah, throw me a movie.
But
Okay.
you'll have to know it, and I have to think of one.
That's right.
Now I have to think.
Okay, how about this? How about this? Can I just?
AFL footy show. That's probably an episode of the AFL footy show.
How about like you've seen The Matrix?
No, I haven't.
Holy shit! Really?
Yeah, it is one of the movies where I know I should have watched it by now, but I just never.
That's amazing. And I bet you've seen Matrix 4.
It doesn't matter. I really don't have to do it now. I don't want to put you on the spot. But
I don't care, man.
what's a movie you'll like or no? Jordan, help me out here. A film on planet Earth.
See, you know what's amazing?
Can't
Even
think
I'm
of
sitting there be like, you can't think of one.
You're the producer.
No, you dragged us into this shit. I'm not dragging you out.
Okay. How about? Have you seen Die Hard? No. You won't remember it.
No, I know Die Hard, yeah.
What about what's the movie where he, no, fuck this.
falling apart? What's a movie that a 20-year-old has seen ever? Nah, don't know.
I just wanted to do like
June? Did you see June?
Yeah,
do June.
Juicy in June.
All right, guys. Fuck. Gotta go get the spice. Otherwise, Austin Butler's gonna come get me. God, he's so sexy even when he's bald and has no eyebrows.
That's great.
And you know what else as well? It's a genuinely better film. Like, it was so much better.
Much better.
And that period where he did weirdly have Timothy Chalamet hair anyway. Like, he could have done it.
You should have got Husey to do that.
Give
us a kiss, Zendaya. That'd be fucking great.
Blake, you do have 2 shows tonight, and I don't want to hold you up for any
Shit,
longer, but
yeah.
thank you so much for coming on the pod, man. Plug whatever the fuck you want to plug.
Thanks for having me, gents. On tour at the moment. When does this come out?
Who knows?
This week.
This week.
Throughout this week.
I'm on tour at the moment, about to embark on a big Queensland leg of the tour. All tickets available at blakepavey.com, on my dates, on my socials at Blake Pavey.
You can see his show on Instagram.
You can see my the
full unedited.
Is it still there? It's still there.
No, it's definitely
Sell out.
I'm gonna post it when I'll post it when I'm Hughesy's age.
Yeah.
That's when I'll post it
Sick.
again. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, what else? That's about it.
BLT.
Oh yeah, the podcast.
Podcast. I got the BLT podcast that myself,
Yep.
Kidgel and Tyler Cahill host.
And check out Collingwood, the footy team. Just see what you think about it.
Are you a Collingwood supporter?
Well, it's pretty
wearing a
self-explanatory. He's not keeping it a secret.
He supports the most controversial team in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, everyone fucking hates Collingwood.
Nah, man, everybody loves Collingwood.
Fuck me. Jesus, you got balls. He's not fearful, I'll tell you that much. He hasn't got fear.
And yeah, obviously, Hughesy, wherever he's playing, tickets at davehughes.com.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah. Thank you.
He is a
Finally.
king.
Before we finish,
There's one man that needs media exposure.
before we finish, Jordan, can I just get Jordan to tell you what he legitimately was thinking about calling his last stand-up show?
It was that, dude. Like, I was literally just not going to have a picture of me, just have Dave Hughes on it and call it Dave Hughes Live as seen on TV.
Seriously considering.
But then, have you seen his special that he shot in Hobart? I believe it was.
Maybe. I've seen some.
Yeah, I reckon he does his last bits about him on the Masked Singer, and it's a great joke. He's like, sometimes in Australia, God, they're taking the mask off on the Masked Singer, and you're like, fuck, who is it? Oh, and you're getting excited, guys. Then they take the mask off. And you're like, fuck, who is it? And then he does this long story about like being in Lindsay Lohan's like hotel room. And I reckon they've definitely taken a joke out about Lindsay Lohan definitely doing drugs. So it just ends on like Hughesy coming out of the toilet and he's like, oh, so now Lindsay Lohan just knows I've taken a shit. And then they laugh, it cuts to silence, and then he's just like, have you guys had a good time? And then he just awkwardly trembles off stage. It is the best live comedy I've ever. No, fuck the grand final. Best show I've ever seen. That was it.
The man is a king. Blake, thank you so much, man. Thank you very much.
Thanks for coming on, man.
Appreciate it, brother.
Mate, thanks for having me.
No, yeah,
Appreciate it.
nice to meet you.